So this is our, I think, the fifth or sixth video that I'm recording, and in this tutorial I am trying to solve a problem where we are given an array and we have to return it in a text in a wave-like format. So here, what is meant by a wave-like format? In this scenario, the wave-like format means that ARR zeroth element should be greater than or equal to ARR first element of the array, and should be less than or equal to the that's this is the first element of the array should be greater than or equal to the second element of the array, and the second element must be less than or equal to the third element of the array, and the third element must be greater than or equal to the fourth element of the array, and it should be less than or equal to the fifth element of the array. So this pattern will be seen in all of the arrays, sorted arrays that are already sorted to the end. If there are 1,000 values, 10,000 values, or whatever the size of the array, if we this pattern will be seen in all of the elements or rows or whatever it is. Okay, so how do we do that? This is the ignore the import here, iterative tools, and this code here is written by a chat GPT, so this code can run the tests on our this wave like function and tell if our code pass that test or not. So what is happening here? First we are getting an array as a parameter, and then we are getting the length of array, and length function can do that for us. The length of the array will be stored in array length variable. Let's call it array length here. E for your G. Okay, array length. Then we will run a for loop. What this for loop will do, this will start from 0, goes to till the end of the array length -1. Why we are doing -1? Because this function return us the length of the array, and the length of the array always is a real number, starts from 0 to starts from 0, okay, sorry, 1, starts from 1. But indexing in languages and computer, indexing always start from 0. So to iterate it over the correct number of indexes, we always have to do -1. Or what we can do is we can start from well, that will become confusing. Okay, so we always have to start from 1, 0, and end at length -1. Okay, and every time upon each iteration we will take a step of 2, jump of 2, instead of jump of 1, because if we remove this, so by default the range function takes a step of 1 or jump of 1. But when I write here 2, so upon each iteration it will +2 in the previous value of I, and it will +2 in the previous value of I. Okay, so for in the first iteration, if the value of I is 0, then in the next iteration it will be 2, in the next iteration it will be 4, then 6, then 8, then 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and so on. So what is happening here? On each iteration we are swapping the elements. Okay, so instead of doing this, let's define a swap function uh, where we take a and b values and we swap the if we swap, we put the value of a in b and b in a. So this is nothing but swapping two variables, the values of two variables. So this is a Python method to swap the elements. We can also define a function to do something like that. Okay, so this is what we are doing, is we are swapping here, and at the end after this iteration we return to the array. So this is the simple explanation of the function. But what exactly is happening here? Why are we taking the step of 2, jump of 2, and swapping each time? So when, let's say I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so let's say first on first iteration we are swapping the zeroth element, first element, and the second element. We are swapping I and I plus 1. This is at zeroth index, this is at first index. So upon on first iteration the value of I is 0, so we will targeting this element, and in the next one we are targeting this element. So we are swapping these. So what will happen is the next in the next in the first iteration the array will be like 2 comma 1 comma 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, now what we in the next iteration uh, we were starting from 0. Now on the next iteration we will start from, we will have an increment of 2, and uh, what will happen is now our I pointer here is pointing at this location. This is first and this is second. This is our zeroth index, it is at first index, and it is a second index. So after second iteration we are swapping the I and I plus 1. So this will become 2 comma 1 comma 4 comma 3 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. And in the next iteration it will again plus equal 4, I will be equal to 4, and now we are swapping this fourth element here. We are performing the swapping here. So in the next iteration it will become 2 1 4 3 6 5 7 and 8. So what is happening? 2 is greater than and equal to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 4, 4 is greater than and equal to 3, 3 is less than or equal to 6. Okay, now 6 is greater than and equal to 5. Now add this upon next iteration this will become 2 1 4 3 6 5 8 and 7. Okay, so this will be our final array. We will return it, and you can see all of the tests that are passed here. Okay, thank you.